Oh, anime, what happened to you? You used to be so energetic and full of life, now look at you. Sure, you're producing more good shows than ever, but sometimes I feel like your heart's just not in it. Oh, I hear you shouting fun, lighthearted isekai adventure at the top of your lungs, but when I look over and see you sitting in the corner, chain smoking and masturbating, I feel like maybe one of us is missing something. I remember when isekai first got its start with the whole SAO thing. There, it wasn't so much about being born into another world, so much as it was about having to make it your home, which created an interesting philosophical question it promptly shat out and weed on a few times. What? Intelligence and insight? No. You want to see anime characters play video games, right? And so it's sad seeing half the industry trying to ape literally everything but this philosophical insight. Like, this has the same energy as someone who slept through the first half of the lecture and then spent the second half jerking off into a hat. Get this, an MMORPG, but what if, and try not to shit yourself when you hear this, but what if that MMORPG was real life? Oh, look at you, anime industry. Did you come up with that all by yourself? Here's 200 yen. Buy yourself another gachapon toy while daddy checks out that exotic looking soap land. Sure, there's fun to be had, but I feel like its innocence has been lost along the way. What happened to the anime I used to know? The proverbial lolly, so young and fresh-faced and free of herpes. No, what gets me is that even the good anime are starting to get bogged down by this shit. Mushoku Tensei and I were having a great time until midway through the night, it just got up and headed for the CD Mamarkba bar across the street. Like, where are you going? I thought we had something special, you tease. Oh sure, it comes back with its pants off, gives you a good cock slap to the face, and says that spending 7 episodes faffing about was the entire point. But surely there's a better way to say this other than literally doing the very thing you're supposed to be subverting. For some reason, it just can't get away from all the tropes that it's playing off of. I thought the whole demon god being a surprisingly disgusting lolly thing was a joke until I realized that it really wasn't, and it just doubled down on the lolly shit. Oh, I see. Roxy's actually 40, meaning that she's never going to age out of being a lolly. Great. Thank you. What could be more relatable than fapping to a 14-year-old girl? Thank you, Mushoku Tensei, really putting in the work to get this in front of the right audience, I see. And then there's Re:Zero. Ah, yes, the anime long considered the pinnacle of isekai comes right out swinging with the furries and the lollies. Just so goddamn many lollies. Ah, Rem, this man is a depraved lolicon. Yes, Ne-sama, this man is a lolicon. How depraved it would be if our valued viewers started jerking off to this shit right now, Rem. Ah, yes, how embarrassingly depraved they would have to be to do such a thing, Ne-sama. Ever heard of Knights of the Round Pussy, Rem? Who the fuck is watching this, Ne-sama? I don't know, Rem. Fucking weeaboos. Probably, Ne-sama. I wanna fucking kill myself, dude. I mean, Rem. The problem with Re:Zero is that it would be a great anime if they literally just cut out half of the fucking dialogue, but it's so obsessed with patting itself to the tits with weeb shit that not only does it make me want to go all full Van Gogh, the writers are never sure where to draw the line between weeaboo fan service and actual character development, and so everything just kind of blends together under armfuls of unnecessary baggage. It's like, 17 free bottles of fabric softener? Yeah, sure, I guess, but I'd rather just take my butt plugs and go. Thanks, weirdo. The other problem is that the only emotional trigger the show ever has is death, but it very quickly blows that load all over the first episode where it establishes that death is meaningless, so it never carries any real weight. There's this one fleeting moment of self-awareness where Subaru realizes that everything he's been doing is self-righteous bullshit, but then it just immediately forgets about it and goes back to the weeb shit without any second thought, which completely kills any impact this scene had. I'd like to know why he's there and what's up with the rebirth thing, and Re:Zero is like, well, he has this curse, see? Psych! It's a dog? How is this important? Did you say you want to see Rem's titties? I think you did. It's just never sure what kind of story it wants to be. It tries tackling all these interesting concepts, but keeps getting distracted by all the weeb shit so that every time it tries to get serious, it just falls flat on its face. Death? What's that? Did you say titties? Self-realization? Titties again? Love? Motivation? Hey, how about this? A bad doggo? A whale? Jim Carrey's The Mask? What? Where did all of this come from, and why is literally none of it relevant to the overall plot? I feel like something's missing. Why was Subaru doing all this stuff again? Titties? I mean, I wouldn't care, but it gets the idea of isekai so right, or at least a lot more right than most of the bullshit that's airing every season now. Subaru is never some weeaboo level wish fulfillment power fantasy. He's merely an ignorant narrator, and it starts really strong as this go-getting young weeb is placed placed into this world and these issues he knows nothing about and gets slapped about by some crazy timey-wimey business before ending up schlong deep in waifus. Not only does this easily clear the 3-episode rule, it tops it off with honestly the single greatest ending theme I've ever heard. Oh my god, this is such a banger. Sure, he's kind of a NEET, but the only part of his isekaiing that's really relevant is that he's a great proxy to unravel this world and its mysteries, or he would be if the plot ever went anywhere. Instead, it pretty quickly just forgets why he's there and turns into a horribly confusing mash of ideas cobbled together with duct tape and titties, and there's just never a good reason to care about any of the shit that Subaru is up to. To be fair, they're all grade A Wagyu titties, which, besides the strong opener, has to be the main reason this is so popular. But to see a show with so many good ideas and so much going for it instead turn around and shoot itself in the dick every episode just to stoop to the level of the lowest common denominator is fucking infuriating. Being an anime fan has always been somewhat of a mixed bag, really, not unlike the gachapon machines lining every mall in the country. I guess I should be at least grateful that the Japanese have never taken a liking to Russian roulette, but lately, it seems like everything has just become so predictable. And when you can see what's good and bad a mile away, you start questioning how it's even possible to churn out so much trash. I mean, shows like Future Diary were at least trashy on their own merit, reaching for the stars and exploding in a glorious shower of sparks like the parable of the coyote. So to see even something like Mushoku Tensei get a little bit too comfortable with its subject matter with all the lollies and the and everything what, it feels like, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is that when even the best of the best can't do anything but wallow in its own pit of fan service and discarded tissues, maybe it's time to move on. Like, it's just become so routine for us to dive in through the back alley dumpster that is anime with condoms pulled over our heads to pull out the nuggets of treasure buried amongst the shonen fleshlights and the isekai tenga every season. Yeah, there's some fine booty to be had, but I wish you'd all at least shower afterwards. But maybe I'm just jaded. I mean, I gave 2 shows at 10 last year after all, and I still haven't even finished watching everything good, so clearly there's no shortage of studios out there that get it. But this feels like a product of sheer volume rather than the medium evolving as a whole. When there's so much more anime being produced than ever before, of course there are going to be more gems, but art should evolve over time, and instead it's stopping for a leak at the side of the road and then rolling around in its own piddle just in case anything important came out. And while I'd like to sit here and make a cynical conclusion that anime peaked 10 years ago when Steins Gate aired with just how many bangers keep coming out, I know that can't be true. So, in conclusion, I guess this is just my humble way of telling anime to please hurry the hell up and move on to the next trend already, because if we keep having to sort through all this garbage, maybe we could at least see some new garbage. Hopefully something cooler and less weeby this time, please, like space, or hookers, or space hookers.
Oh, please don't let me die, waiting for your touch. 二度と何もなくさよう